Former Vietnam POW Senator John McCain is slamming the CIA in the wake of the Senate interrogation report.
I know from personal experience that the abuse of prisoners will produce more bad than good intelligence. This question isn't about our enemies. It's about us. It's about how we represent ourselves to the world.
But now another Vietnam POW who was held in Hanoi with McCain says he couldn't disagree more. Joining us now is that former prisoner of war, Colonel Lee Ellis. Good morning, Colonel. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Anna. Well, I wouldn't say that couldn't disagree more. I agree with Senator McCain on many things, and in general, the position that he holds of we need to cling to our values. I think the thing here is, though, the context of the situation and whether or not we were able to get meaningful information. I think we probably were, and in that case, in the context of right after 9/11, I think it probably was the right thing to do to use enhanced interrogation.
Yeah, and the idea of using enhanced interrogation to get valuable information to try to keep Americans safe, many would say that's okay. In fact, a lot of senators completely disagree with John McCain. Why is that?
Well, I'm not sure. I think I've been to the 9/11 museum last week, and as I toured through there, I was going from crying to fierce anger about what happened to us there. And it kept coming back to me, well, if we were able to obtain information, which from some people you might not be able to through enhanced interrogation. I agree with Senator McCain. You can get a lot of bad information through enhanced interrogation or torture. But if we get some good information that might save a city or save our country, then maybe it's worth a try. I do think that needs to be controlled, though. I think there needs to be very tight controls on it from a legal perspective and from a leadership perspective.
What do you think about the policy of going and killing these alleged terrorists with drones and doing so blindly, not being able to gather the intel? There's no way you're going to be able to get intel from a dead person, are you?
Well, that's true, and I do support the drone program, but I think it's got to be very carefully controlled, just like enhanced interrogation. You know, when we just can't go around throwing drones into, huts here and there everywhere. That needs to be very tightly controlled for a purpose, and the people that are calling the shots on that need to be strong leaders under the military, but also under civilian control, so that we know exactly what we're doing.
And can we trust this report? CIA Director John Brennan says that the report is actually exaggerated. Listen.
There were no easy answers. And whatever your views are on EITs, our nation, and in particular this agency, did a lot of things right during this difficult time. There is a lot of exaggeration, misrepresentation of the facts, and therefore I think certain agendas are being pursued.
So can we believe all 500 pages of this report?
Well, I just think the report might be one-sided. It was done for a purpose by one group. They didn't really do much interrogation, from what I've read, with the CIA to go talk to the people to see what really went on. So I would say it may be very one-sided. And so I think there's usually two sides to the question, to most questions, and I think as American citizens we need to look at both sides to try to understand what the context of the situation was and what actually happened. And we do need to be on guard to protect ourselves from stepping over those boundaries. I very firmly believe that. And I think out of this situation that's happened, I think Senator McCain's position will help us to guard against that. And I think the other position of being willing and able to use enhanced interrogations in certain situations, I think would probably be the right thing to do. So I generally agree with what Brennan said, and some of the other CIA heads and directors have said. I think they're probably very accurate, that we did get some good information. And I think leaders have to make very tough decisions, very courageous decisions. And I think they probably had to make some of those, and I think that's what happened.
Colonel Ellis, we thank you so much for your time and for your service to this country.
Thank you.